No. So Ben draws. Let's see what he wants to do.
I'd probably try to bait a counterspell with Whirling Outburst.
Sure.
You gotta try to bait here somehow.
He doesn't have a lot of options left in hand, though.
Alright.
So here's the Whirling Outburst.
So, we'll see. Charles shows the discipline to... I mean, this doesn't really do anything. What's it do? No, it doesn't do anything.
It does not.
Yeah. So...
I mean, it provides Ben with potential blockers for Burmaz, but it's just...
But when the aggro deck is blocking,
right, yeah,
I'm salivating.
It's not a good spot for Ben.
Now, Ben needs to show the discipline here to, not cast this Stoke the Flames thinking, oh, well, my opponent didn't dissolve by Whirling Outburst.
In all honesty, Ben needs to hit a white source because he's had the Burmaz in hand for so long.
Yeah, but Burmaz isn't even that good on this board. It gets blocked by the other Burmaz. It also gets continuously blocked by, the Beard Father.
The prognostic strength. This is true.
So Ben needs to draw more burn spells is what he needs to draw.
Wow, that was a good draw for Charles, ripping a lightning strike off the top.
Let's see if Charles is going to pull the trigger here on this Jeskai.
I need.
Maybe he's trying to get all the life he can get, man. He's trying to get an army of human cats.
I am jonesing for this Jeskai charm attack. I
too.
really want it to happen.
Ben's not going to win with a Brimaz Prognostic Sphinx 2 soldiers if we're at 14 life or something
so
ridiculous.
So he's not blocking. Ben's taking the damage, taking 3, 4, 5 altogether. Dropping down to 13.
Yeah. We have to gain life. I mean, Charles dies to 2 bird spells here, right? He doesn't have multiple counter spells in his hand.
He doesn't.
So if we draw like Lightning Strike here, well, we just win. Or if we draw Stoke the Flames, I mean, there's your white mana source.
Yep. So now Burmaz can come out.
Yeah, but he really needs to gain this life. I don't know.
Well, this might be where he can do it if he can play the Burmaz now, bait out a counter spell.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Stoke Charles is the play. I just can't imagine.
But is Ben going to pull the trigger if Charles dissolves and still has mana open?
I would, because your opponent has your opponent has to crack the Flooded Strand, put him at 1 if he's going to counter anything else.
Yeah, so screws up dissolve scrying. Ben can get in here for 1.
So he goes to attacks, wants to swing with everything.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
Is this where he does it?
See, this is so miserable too because we still have mana to Brimaz and Stoke. So good. I didn't think we needed to resolve Brimaz. If we needed to resolve Brimaz to Stoke,
lightning strike him, he says.
Okay, so now we take no damage.
This is where I fire off the Stoke.
No, I don't fire off the Stoke, man. You got to try to bait him with the Brimaz, jam that Brimaz, and then Stoke him.
I just can't. I can't imagine because you have.
Okay, but like.
You have Jeskai Charm here, too.
Oh, yeah, you do have Jeskai Charm. Jeskai Charm is nuts here.
Jeskai Charm is good here.
Alright, I'm like, cool. Sure. Trade. I can't trade fast enough. If he Jeskai Charms, though, he just dies, right?
Yes,
Because, he's tapped out. So he can't even Jeskai Charm.
So they're fine. The tokens are dead. Everything's traded. Play my Burmaz.
Play my Burmaz. Is Ben going to pass?
Don't pass.
Passing is just miserable here.
Passing isn't good.
Passing is miserable into my opponent's board of 2 creatures.
Yeah, one of which being
and more cards in hand than me.
I'm hoping Ben's going to burn himself for 1 here.
Yeah, he's got to be playing it.
Charles having some difficulty there.
Charles needs to take Brimaz out of his deck, and Ben just passed, which is just awful.
I can't imagine.
Does he have Brimaz? Are we 100% sure he has Brimaz?
I am 98% sure there's a Brimaz.
Okay.
Unless he has 2 cards. Burmaz, Stoke the Flames are his 2 cards.
Right, and if he had any other cards, he would have cast them before, because the only cards in his deck that he can't cast would have been Brimaz. So Charles,
with a fetch that is just not opportune, a dig through time, double dig dissolve Jeskai.
Yeah.
And Beardy. Okay, there goes the team.
Get in there.
That's 5-6 damage. That'll drop down to 7.
Still doesn't want to pull that. Still likes to live on the edge, baby.
I need that. There's the. Okay, so we're gonna.
We got another Jeskai Charm, man. Another dissolve. So Ben better,
And to be fair, that's the power of the Sphinx. If you've ever questioned why that card should be played in a control deck.
All right, here we go. That
What did
is
he
a white
draw?
card.
Seeker of the Way? It's maybe a Chain of the Rocks would be okay here.
The burn spells. I'm just looking for burn spells, and if he has Brimaz in his hand,
But I
which
mean,
he does, it's just awful.
anything to bait your opponent is what you're looking for here. You have to get the control deck to. Okay, so
So
here
now
we-
we're gonna play Brimaz. When we were unwilling to play Brimaz last turn,
But we want to play it now.
now we want to play it when our opponent now has more mana open.
Why do we want to play it now?
I don't know.
What has Ben? Is he worried now that he has to block because he's dropped
Maybe.
so low?
But like, that was gonna happen anyways last turn.
I agree. I'm just wondering if his
What did
line
we do
is-
with our 7 mana last turn?
We did nothing.
We did nothing.
We did nothing.
Bingo.
We passed our opponent, and now it's just not good because now you can't deal with the Sphinx. To what is?
Oh my god, get him! Okay, we still can't get him. All right, he's got to
He's got the dissolve. He has to
Yeah.
crack.
crack. Yeah, Ben is just gonna untap and die.
What else does Ben? Ben drew a Rabble Master for turn. That's what he drew.
Yeah,
So he loses a life for the fetch.
yeah, and Ben is
And
just
Ben will
dead on
scoop
the
it up.
crackback.
Oh boy.
So if Ben plays Brimaz there, our opponent could Jeskai Charm it. So here's the issue.
Yeah.
Charles is willing to respond to the Brimaz there.
Correct.
I don't know if he would have done it the previous turn because he didn't have mana open to dissolve. I think he's going to do it
Correct.
there because has mana still to dissolve any of the other plays. But
Yes.
he did want to get rid of Brimaz, so had Ben played it on the previous turn, there's a possibility that Charles Jeskai Charms it, dissolves it, and then we just kill him.
And then you
But
kill him with the response. Stoke
holding
of
it in your
Flames.
hand to just pass with 7 mana is just miserable.
You just can't let the control decks decide when you are going to play your spells. You take advantage. Ben took really good advantage of when Charles tapped out to play the Sphinx.
Right, like you can slow roll threats if nothing's happening, like,
Right.
or if you have a creature on board. Like if I have one creature on board and I have some pressure, I can slow roll threats. But when I'm facing down 2 creatures and I'm on a 2-turn clock, I need to try to kill my opponent.
I agree.
And passing with 7 mana isn't going to kill my opponent.
I agree, 100%. Well, first of all, let me go back and state I love this Jeskai control list. Even if it seems almost more like a Jeskai aggro to some degree. I mean, it's
It's a
weird, interesting
counter
deck.
Bernie deck. It's weird. It's funky.
The Narset play, the fact that Karanos is in there, Beardy's involved in this deck. It's essentially all the cards I love. I mean, packed into one deck, minus top, but that's non-standard. So I don't have access to
It plays islands. I like islands.
Islands are always good. Islands are
And
always
planes.
good.
Islands and planes.
That's
Sign me
very
up.
true. Well, that was the end of round 2 here for our GPT at Nerd Rage Gaming. What we do have coming up, though, and what's online currently for everybody, Fate Reforged pre-orders and sealed product. I mean, that's a good deal. You can just go on right now and pre-order all the cards you want.
Yeah, go get your Monastery Mentors or whatever, the 2-3 mana...
The 3 mana make a bunch of
Young
1/1s.
Pyromancer.
Oh yeah,
Make a bunch of elementals, only they're monks and they're way better than elementals. Like that card is sweet.
I mean, go online, get all your EDH staples that you're going to need. A ton of legendary dragons are out.
Yeah.
A ton of legendary heroes for every clan. And
Tiny leaders, if you play that format. I don't even know how
Oh.
to play that format, but apparently there's this ton of sweet tiny leaders cards. That's a thing now.
the blue Jeskai legendary creature that has prowess and gives another creature double strike, he is a tiny leaders commander. That card is very good.
I don't even know. So is tiny leaders like EDH?
Tiny leaders is like EDH, except your cards have to remain below 3 CMC, so 3 converted mana cost, and you have no more than 50 cards in your deck, plus a 15-card sideboard. So
Okay.
it's like a baby EDH. It's like half an EDH deck.
Is it Highlander?
Yes, essentially.
So you can only play one copy of things?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it sounds sweeter than EDH, because, like, at least I'm not playing 100 cards.
It's interesting. It's I've started building a deck, and I'll tell you, I took advantage of the fact that the decks are only 50 cards.
Yeah.
And I built Esper Mill. Because if I can glimpse you, copy my glimpse, and then flashback and increasing confusion, you are dead. Because you only have 50 cards, so...
Yeah. I don't know.
It's an interesting format. Regardless, head over to nerdragegaming.com. Check out all of our Fate Reforged singles and all of our sealed product we have up there for you. There's definitely some good deals.
Yo, buy some boxes. Get some fetches there instead of basic lands. Just do that.
Yeah, I
mean, 2 in a box. I think that's the math. The way the math works out.
This is the first time we've offered sealed product online too for people around. So now everyone can get the deal of cheap boxes, not just everyone who comes to the shop.
There we go, man. I'm never gonna get any boxes ever again.
The boxes will go online. They will go online very quickly.
Jeez, I gotta get my pre-orders up. I gotta go.
All right, guys. Well, that was the end of round 2. We'll be back for round 3 shortly. We're gonna go find some good feature matches for you. We'll check in